All right, Buff Nation, we got another commitment today. This is awesome. Tavian Coleman coming over here from Texas State, joining the defensive line. So, welcome to the Buffs. Can't wait to see what you do working with Coach Damian Lewis, Coach Warren Sapp, Robert Livingston, Coach Prime, the whole bunch. It's going to be awesome. I love this. So, y'all let me know what you think about this commitment, this transfer portal commitment in the comments. Smash that like and subscribe as always. Shout out to CU Andy, good friend of the show. He put it first on Twitter. Well, I saw his post first. Said breaking: Texas State defensive lineman Tavian Coleman has signed with Colorado. Welcome to the herd, Tavian Coleman. And he's going to add great depth to this defensive line. Right now, I would say that the guys on the defensive line that I would expect to start would be Jehiem Oatis, number one defensive tackle in the portal. We ended up getting him. So that's awesome. We can get some blue chip guys alongside Amari McNeil. I'm thinking Amari McNeil has a big year this year for CU. I think he's gotten better every single year he's been here. And we still have Tarian Carter and Quinn Barnes as part of that rotation. Now we have, in addition to Gavriel Lightfoot coming over here from Fresno State, we also have Tavian Coleman, Tavian Coleman coming out here. If you guys need a little bit of a recap on his production over the last few years, Adam Munsterteiger said in his article, actually, that he is 6'1", 300 pounds. So I like to see that. A 300-pound body in here on the defensive line. Graded out really well. A 70.6 grade over at Texas State this year. That's awesome to see. Graded 74.4 against the run. That needs to be first priority, is stopping the run on this defensive line. I think he's going to help do that. And over 20 tackles from the interior, 22 total tackles this year, only 2 missed tackles, and was able to generate some pressure. 66 overall grade, but generated 10 pressures, 3 sacks, 5 hurries, 2 quarterback hits. I'm a fan. And as you can see, he'll play inside the interior as one of those defensive tackle positions. I think that this is a really great get. I think he adds solid production. That's the other thing that I love. Like, we're bringing in a guy here that who knows how the competition shakes out, but I don't expect him to be a starter here, but I expect him to be a productive role player for us. And again, he has a ton of tackles. Let's see, 63 total tackles throughout his career. Started off first at Utah State, then Texas State, and I think he even, before going to Utah State here, Adam Munsterteiger, after graduating Humble High School in 2020, Coleman spent 2 years at Trinity Valley Community College. So maybe he's got more than 1 year. I know right now he's a redshirt junior, so coming into his redshirt senior year, he might be able to get a year or two back with this JUCO ruling stuff if that continues on. So quite possibly a player that could play multiple years in Boulder. I think that would be really great. I love it. And if you guys need a little bit of a refresher on who we've brought in, I do have the names of all the transfers in the description of this video, but the other defensive line guys that we've brought in, of course, Jehiem Oatis, 6'5", 320-something pounds. He's going to absolutely kill it. He's going to dominate the Big 12. Well, you probably didn't hear it first, but that's what I'm saying. I think he's going to be fantastic. Gavriel Lightfoot, 6'3", another 300-pound guy. Just a menace there at Fresno State. How does he handle making the jump to the next level? We'll have to see. But now, we got probably, 6 guys or so that you feel really good about on the defensive line. And we'll see who, earns the snaps. We also have some guys, Tawfiq Thomas, due for, probably having the best year of his career so far this next season. We have Brandon Davis Swain. So right now, I guess there's more like 8 guys that kind of come to mind right now with interior of the defensive line, and I haven't even mentioned Christian Hudson yet. So, yeah, the guys right now how I would list it off, um, probably would go from like Jehiem Oatis, Amari McNeil, Anquin Barnes, Tarian Carter, uh, Gavriel Lightfoot, Tavian Coleman, Tawfiq Thomas, and yeah, Brandon Davis Swain. So that's 8. Love it. Christian Hudson, that's 9. So now that I'm naming this off, maybe we will see a little bit more movement. Maybe in the spring, maybe a guy or two jumping in the portal. We'll have to see. But as of right now, I love the amount of depth and productivity that we have at the interior defensive line positions. And I very much look forward to seeing, the cream rise to the top in this group, seeing who earns, the 2 deep rotational snaps. It's going to be fun to watch. I'll get to your comments, guys, here for just a few minutes. I do have another engagement here soon. So, yeah, y'all be sure to smash that like. Let me know your thoughts on the replay. Shirley, hope you're having a great day. Keith, not bad. Yeah, I like it. And as Troy Bly is saying, we're having the trenches. You're absolutely right. I just named off like 9 guys, and I'm probably forgetting about somebody too. So 8 to 10 guys that I think you generally feel fairly good about, I think is awesome. And again, guys that are coming back for their second or third year with the Buffs, Amari McNeil, Tarian Carter, Anquin Barnes, Tawfiq Thomas. My hope is that all those guys continue to develop and have their best year yet this coming year in 2025. So, got a blue chip guy in the transfer portal like Jehiem Oatis, and when you get somebody like that, all you need is to have those other complementary players kind of fall in place. But when you have somebody like Jehiem Oatis, somebody that's going to demand a lot of attention from the offensive line, that should allow the rest of everybody else to eat and have success. I guess like let's see what happens with Quincy Wiggins too. I guess like he was another guy that we've been waiting to figure out what's going on, or with Nikhil Webb Walker. Prayers for his recovery. I hope he can get on the field this next year. We'll have to see. But yeah, I feel very good about Brandon Davis Swain too, Troy, and I'm anxious to see him. I really want to see himself earn a nice, solid role this year in the rotation of the defensive line. It's my expectation that he does that with how highly recruited he was coming in here last year. That's really what you want to see. I think it's great he's had this redshirt year. Did he get on the field against BYU? I have no idea, because when I'm at those games in person, I watch those things a lot less closely. So, and I hope you guys can forgive me for this, but I just haven't gone back to watch the replay of that game. Just kind of gonna forget about it. So, I guess I'll bring this up too. Let me pull this up. We got that offensive lineman from Wyoming and USC, Pregnon. I guess he has been mentioned by On3 that Colorado is going to be a factor. How about that? Let me pull this up. So you guys you guys have been hitting it hard in the comments. You guys have been all over Twitter about this. We got the hashtag Pregnon to Boulder, which is awesome. Shout out to Buff Stop Troll saying, hey, this is the time for everybody to use this hashtag. I believe I did retweet this, but On3 is saying Ole Miss has been working to line up a visit with Emmanuel Pregnon. Sources tell On3, but nothing is final yet. A Denver native. Sources also expect Colorado to be a factor in this recruitment. The former Wyoming transfer started 25 games at left guard over his 2 seasons with the Trojans and graded out very, very well. Can we finally win a freaking recruiting battle against Ole Miss? Can we finally win a recruiting battle against freaking Lane Kiffin, the Portal King, the self-proclaimed Portal King? Now, I know he called Prime the Portal King, but, he's sorry, this is a little bit crude, but, Lane Kiffin's kind of been dad dicking us when it comes to the transfer portal and the guys that we've been battling him over, destroying us. Now, I know they got that Ole Miss, old money bag, but can we possibly change the tide this time around? We can still give out the bag, but we don't give it out to everybody. We can't do that. I think Emmanuel Pregnon would justify. He'd be one of those guys that would justify, dropping the bag for, right? So I hope it can happen. I hope we can get him on campus, and you got to feel good once that happens, that we should be able to close the deal, hopefully. But damn. Can we win a recruiting battle against freaking Ole Miss? I mean, Ole Miss, they're just kind of like a meme now. This was their year to win the SEC. It was completely wide open, and they faltered or fell, whatever. Is faltered even a word? I don't even know. Played against Ohio State or OSU. Sorry. Or Brandon Davis Swain, he played against Oklahoma State? He did? Okay. That's good. How did he do? With dogs on the line both ways, CU should make the playoff. Should CU make the playoff and be competitive in top 10? I ain't gonna say that that's the expectation. I think going into this year, it should be, the goal should be to win the conference, right? But at the end of the day, we're going to be without 2 top 5 probably NFL draft picks, but maybe we play more complementary football. I do expect the over-under to be higher than the 5.5 games it was this year, because I just think people understand that there's real momentum to this thing, and you won't see Vegas kind of lowball us like that. But yeah, I expect with the quarterback transition, stuff like that, to probably see the line at 6.5 or maybe 7.5. That feels like a little rich, but yeah, man, I want to see us win a bowl game. Please. Let's just win one. But yeah, if the lines, if they both become elite, obviously we got a great shot of winning the Big 12, right? If we got the best offensive line or close to the best offensive line and best defensive line in the conference, that's going to be really helpful. Can we make that jump this year? I'm not sure. I feel much better about the defensive line right now making that jump, or a big significant jump right now, than maybe a more measured one compared to the offensive line right now. That's kind of how I feel. So great question though, PL Zion. G5 Gabe, what's going on? Hope you're having a great day. But I still think the brand of football is going to be really, really fun next year. Kaidon Salter, Julian Lewis, that quarterback competition is going to be fun to watch. Can't wait to see it divide us. It's going to be awesome. No. Brandon Davis Swain not gone. What you talking about, Eric? Elite quarterback hunters are in Boulder. 2025, the Big 12 is on notice. Yes. We're returning our whole edge group, aside from BJ Green. And I feel very good about our edge group. Defensive line, I don't have any worries there right now. Linebacker, I feel good about our starters. Everything outside of that's kind of a question mark. It would be really ideal to see Jalen Wester take another step this year. And maybe then you would have kind of 3 quality veteran linebackers that you'd feel good about. Secondary, feeling great about where we're at with our safeties. I think we got plenty of depth there. Corner, still light outside of our starting corners. I think Preston Hodge will return this year. I can't remember if that's official or not. But Colton Hood, DJ McKinney, those guys are going to be great on the outside. But outside of that, not really anybody that is proven or has production at the corner position. I don't want to be, guys, in a spot next year where if we deal with an injury, we're having to put another safety down to cover the slot like a slot corner. We've seen way too many times Carter Stoutmire been put out of position there, and BYU knew it and just went after him. We need to get some solid slot corner talent in the room, as well as boundary talent. What will be interesting to watch play out is the number one wide receiver battle. Yeah, Omari Miller, Draylon Miller, Joseph Williams, right? I guess those are probably going to be the top three guys. Do you think we're trying to get Damian Williams? Who is Damian Williams? Let me look. Is this a linebacker or a running back? Linebacker from Merrimack? Is that who we're talking about? Surely not. That's the only thing that's coming up for me. So, Rodney, help me out. That's the only one I see. Did you spell his name wrong? Quarterback from Texas State? No. I don't know who you're talking about, man. Seen season 3 on Prime yet, David? Oh no, I didn't even know that it was on yet. I totally forgot. So I'll probably check that out later this week. That's awesome. Yeah, Rodney, let me know who this is, because I can't find anybody that has production with that name. Yeah, Damian Williams, draft eligible years 2018. Yeah, and then this guy hasn't played in 2 years. So, yeah, get back to me, and then I gotta get off here. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day. Damon Williams. Let's try that. Probably not from Abilene Christian, where I went to undergrad. Fun fact. Okay. Dominic Williams. Did he enter the transfer portal from Oklahoma? Man, that would be awesome if we went after him. Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, 320 pounds. I remember him on TCU. Yeah. This year, Oklahoma, 29 total tackles. Oh, man. Okay. And a sack to add with it. Very good run defense grade, 79.2. Yes, please. That would be great if we could go after him. This would be awesome. I would love it. Ashley, we signed Tavian Coleman, somebody who visited earlier this week. Right here, 6'1", 300 pounds, productive player. I think that he will kind of fit in as a rotational interior defensive lineman for us. Of course, Spelling, who I think that our starters will be Amari McNeil and Jehiem Oatis. But yeah, bringing in those Jehiem Oatis, Tavian Coleman, and Gavriel Lightfoot. That's the 3 new guys. Of course, we got Shane Cokes and Chidozie out of the way. They're on to pursue their NFL dreams, and hopefully that they're able to do that. But love to see bringing 3 bodies in, only 2 bodies out. What's going to happen now? Guess we'll need to stay tuned. But guys, thank you so much. Really do appreciate you guys tuning in. I will be back again sometime soon. So be sure to hit that bell notification, subscribe, comment on the way out. Go Buffs.